All right, this is just the beginning. This is my friend Darren. Darren is the one who is behind what we are actually going to look at. This part which you saw here is from another meeting, so it's not about the system that I will show you here shortly when I have uploaded it here. So just looking forward to that. Talking about Zoom, like I said, I have been using Zoom for many, many years. Okay. Uh, and I'm paying every month. You're paying something there, depending on how you want to use the Zoom. Uh, if you have webinars or if you have meetings, two different things. Webinars is even more expensive. You can even have a free account with Zoom. Uh, but I don't know if someone of you know the issue that Zoom had earlier, couple of years ago. They was hacked and half, what was it? I don't remember exactly the numbers of how many accounts where all the information was out. This is about security question also. But an interesting thing I want you to take a look at and think about it when we are going to look at what I'm going to show you here after shortly, because there is some interesting numbers here. What is numbers? And then I told you I'm going to break it down in many, many parts here. So let me show you the correct pages first of all. You don't need to look at unnecessary parts here. How many of you are selling something? Service, products, whatever. Mostly of you. I will guess everyone is selling something. Okay? Do you know how big Zoom is? Zoom is big. When did it become big? It has been here since they launched, I think, or they opened like in 2011, and they had a big launch in 2013. That's 11 years ago. I have been there for 11 years. I've been there the whole process with Zoom, from the first thing they started with, and so on and so on and so on. And every month, every year, I'm paying for it. But I'm not unhappy with Zoom. But when I see something and I know that something is developing and following what is actually happening in the total market, I am super excited and very, very excited. I'm simply glad for what is happening. Take a look at these numbers here. This is Zoom. This is a business of apps, okay? The page. Zoom is huge, okay? I want you to take a look at numbers because numbers are never lying, okay? You see, back in 2020, they had 200 million meetings every day, every day. Not long after, they had 300 million people using Zoom every single day worldwide. But it wasn't that big in the beginning. They always start somewhere, the same as what we are doing now. And they started with the first person, and they started with the 10 first ones, the 100 first ones. And if you're looking at the back at the history here, we're not going to read everything here, but they started slowly, grow slowly. Uh, what you see here, 1 million users in just a few months. This is now we are talking 11, 12 years ago. A million users in just a few months. And now people are using social media much more than 10, 11 years ago. Okay, 10 million users a year later, 40 million around 2 years later, and now there are 300 million daily users every single day. Have they had competition? Yeah, surely. Big and small companies always pops up. Someone is better than your neighbor and so on and so on. But Zoom has been big, pretty big. They have big competition also, but in other sectors. So this is huge numbers. And I want you to think about this because what is coming now, personally, I think this will over time overtake everything with Zoom. We will pass Zoom for several reasons. The development which is happening inside of what we're going to take a look at for surely, and it's for you personally, it's so much more to gain. For those who are at the meetings, participants, it's a better experience being at these meetings. So I'm looking forward to show you what is happening here. Like I said, I have been using and I've been looking at many other options and solutions. One of them, which also have a great solution in what they are doing, but the majority of those who are doing business is small and medium companies. Small and medium companies working alone, or you have 2 employees, 5 employees, and so on. It's not everyone who have hundreds and thousands of employees. That's the small numbers, okay? The big numbers are always the small companies and the medium companies. So I have been looking then at something called Webinar Jam. So let me just find it to you. And you have to compare this. I'm going to show you the video after, but take a look at Webinar Jam. Tell you first, what am I paying? You can pay different things on Zoom, of course. I'm paying approximately $120, $125 a month to use Zoom because I use the cloud for saving the videos and so on and so on. I don't want to have any limits on the meetings, so I paid the price for it. But look at Webinar Jam. Nothing wrong with Webinar Jam also, okay? They're also having a good solution. Take a look at the prices they have. I tried it for a while and so on and so on, but it's so super expensive. That's my opinion. You get good value of this if you're a big company. Again, my opinion about it. But there is more into it than just the prices here. Okay. So if you look at the enterprise here or the professional one, 229 and 379, you're talking about monthly price. So you can ask yourself if you're selling some powder, some cream, or whatever it is, you're doing a small business, you want to make the best out of it to your customers, to your team, to your community, whatever you're doing. This might be good for you if you are really working hard with it. But for me, paying approx $4,500, $5,000 for this solution alone, it's too expensive. Too expensive. Plus, I don't have any benefits other than a good tool. All right? I don't get any referral things, even though you're giving away, you're talking about the tools that you're using, you have nothing. The same with Zoom. I never got a single dollar from Zoom. Never. And I find it also strange because they are big, but they haven't had big competition. So they was out early, the same as Webinar Jam also. So you can ask yourself, are you willing to pay $5,000 to have a solution to do nice meetings with a lot of good tools? If you are, okay, you can look at this, but consider other things which you also don't getting. With the new tools which is coming here now on what we are gonna use, you also get rewarded. Why and how, you will see it on the video, but I can say it as well also before you see the video, because they are using blockchain and it's run by something called nodes. And it's the node owners who decide what is going to happen on the blockchain. It's not a company. This is a community-driven system. So you get even rewards by using the system. So I am a big fan of blockchain. So for me, this is just, yeah, early Christmas. It is. I'm very, very happy about that. Uh, more things. Let me take a look here, what we have. Very interesting thing also, what I'm going to show you now. That is the statistic. When did Zoom grow? Do you know? I said it 5 minutes ago. It took them years to come where they are. And also with the good help of something that happened a few years ago. We have the COVID time. Everything was shut down, but people also wanted to be in contact with families, with their business. Businesses was forced to do homework, working from home, and so on and so on. So you see here in 2019, the numbers in millions here, okay? Daily meetings, 10 million. This is only in 2019. COVID came, it popped up to 200 and 300 million users every single day. Every single day. Many of them are just participants, are not paying anything, they're just going to the meetings, okay? But there is a huge number of people who have to open the meetings or paying for it somehow, and they pay a lot. And I have to say, despite that, I think it's a good tool, Zoom, but they are not following what is happening in the market, especially when it comes to RWA, real world assets, combined into the blockchain. Here they are sleeping. I have seen stories like this before. Maybe they are doing something in the background. I don't know. They are extremely happy where they are today because in the last couple of years, they have good investors coming also because they have big numbers thanks for COVID. Okay. What happened with the Nokia back in time when everything was presented for the world, when you have something called mobile phone with only flat screen, no buttons, you can watch your friends, watch your team, watch your neighbor, talk to even your dog by calling if your dog can answer the phone. Everybody was excited about this, except Nokia. Except Nokia. Why? Because the people on the top there was not ready and didn't want to turn around and see the development in the market. So the market ran away from Nokia. This might be happening here also. I don't know. We will see. But I am very excited that people are following and developing according to what is happening on the market every single day. This is why I'm so excited about this, because I have been like waiting for this for a long, long, long time. Very long time. Let me look at more. Here is the problem that was with the Zoom when they got hacked. I don't know how many accounts was leaked out in this part here, but it was a lot. Millions of people, 500 million usernames and passwords. You see here, all the sensitive information. Participants, those who have accounts, everything leaked. 500 million users. That's a huge number. Huge number. Why is it so popular to always hack something and get the data? Because you and I, we don't care. We don't see the data. The data is the value of everything on Web 2. Everything. Your name, your email, not only about the passwords here, but your information is a huge, huge value. Look at what Facebook is doing. They're selling advertisements. It's free to use it, but you are paying a price for it also. Because if you are searching on something on Google, you can be assured that the same day is popping up commercials on your Facebook, according to what you have been searching on the Google. So they are exchanging the data and so on and so on all the time. All right, let's close this here. I'm not going to show and talk deeply, deeply, deeply. I want to just break it down and let you have an understanding of what is really happening behind everything here. Okay, we're not going to deep dive into the hacking here. All right. I'm eager to show you the video here also, but I still want to show you more things here. There is a lot of video solutions, but not so many who are actually having the same solution as Webinar Jam. And you have this, what do you call it? I know a lot of Norwegian people. I'm always forgetting that name. Teams is also popular. I know that. It's made by a huge company and it's free. And what you're not thinking about when it's free, you are paying the price. You are giving away all the information. Everyone who is on your meetings, on any meetings on the Web 2, all the companies have all the information about your friends, the participants in all the meetings, and so on and so on. You don't own anything. So prepare yourself to own your own business and to get paid for actually doing calls. Why am I showing you this now? I hope you can see this page. Real ketones. I worked actually with ketone products before. This is not the same company. But why am I showing you this? Because I said in the beginning, if you are giving a service, some kind of service, or selling a product, you're doing it in your groups, in your team talks, and so on and so on. How are you doing this on Zoom? Like this Zoom now, I am showing you this page. I'm talking about the ketones, blah, 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 blah. And how am I showing further? Yeah, okay, I have to open. You can look at it. Maybe I can put the link in the chat. I will show you a big, big, big difference. No matter what product or service you are providing, all of you will have benefits of this. All of you. Even if you have a local business where you are, you will benefit of this. All right? So if you're selling products like this, if you're selling Tupperware, benefit for you. You have your pages. How are you sharing the link? If I am going to share it here now, I have to click on view recipe here, for example, or show you the card here and put it in the chat here. Okay? It's very much okay for me here now. I like that. Products. Who haven't been in some products? Mostly have sold some products, have tried something. It's always selling. And there is a lot of great products out there. But it's always stopping somewhere. Somewhere it is stopping. If you find a better way to connect the people that you have meetings with, people that you are inviting, like this now, this meeting. With this Zoom, I have even problem to share all the links with you, because then it will pop up a lot of different links in the chat room. Maybe you have to save them and so on. Okay. Again, travel agencies, whatever you are selling, products or service, it doesn't matter. I'm looking at the travels also. They all have benefits of this, and everybody is using this. Take a look at the picture here. It's a hotel. Do you think hotels are using video conferences? Well, they have it in every single room. They have. They have conference rooms in all the hotels. Huge, huge, huge benefit. Lawyers don't travel that much anymore. Why? We are using video conference every single day. So I am going to stop sharing here, and then I'm going to go in the background and download something to you. And we're going to watch this. Oh my God. I'm just downloading something in the background for you, okay? So you will see it soon. You see here also the problem when I am doing something now, you don't see it. Uh, I could have showed you something else in the same time while I am doing something else on the same computer. I cannot do that when you're on the Zoom. You have to do one by one. Also, when you're showing videos, and after I want to show you a PDF or an Excel file or just a picture that is on other documents. So you have to just switch. And that is disturbing those who are in the meetings. And it's also sometimes disturbing those who are holding the meetings. Now we're going to save time. Now I'm going to check if I have got this. And I got it. All right. So this video here, I'm going to break down as well. So you will see the same trend as I showed you earlier. And now I want you to put attention to what they're showing, especially in the first part here, because I think that is the main part, which is a huge power for all of you. And I'm going to talk about it after, so you really, really understand it. Because this, what you're sitting in front of now, is much bigger than you actually realize. There is a market that by only one company, there is 300 million people using it. So don't think that there is not a market in front of you. It's a huge market in front of you. 1% is 3 million people a day. 1%. So yes, there is a huge market in front of you for your products, for your service, and you can be in front of everyone with this system, okay? I'm on fire. All right, so let's play again. Do you see my friend now again, Darren Kidd? Same room, different video, all right? I'm gonna mute myself and play the first part here. I will go and bring a coffee while you're watching, all right? Please feel free to make notes during this, because I'm not gonna stop it just for everything that they are showing. You can ask questions after. It's a huge benefit.
You've taken a few minutes to be one of the first people in the entire world to actually see the R-Link platform in action. And our goal is early next week for all of you that have your NFT purchases. We'll talk about after the demo. Well, you will get your login information because this weekend the system will be down. We're doing a database switch and we're loading the new app into the store. And so this weekend it will not be available. So once we test it beginning of the week, then our goal will be able to send out all of you your login information, for this platform. So we're really excited about all the great things that we're going to do. Now we're very blessed today to have Miranda with us, who is an R-Link expert. Like she is the one that's kind of taking me and showing me the whole platform and new features and things that we can use that I didn't even know. I mean, I was excited before. In the last few days, I found out a lot more. We have a lot more bells and whistles than I even thought. And so, Miranda, I think after you do the demo, then what we will do is I will talk about a few things, and then we'll maybe take some Q&A. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you and let you work your magic.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And I'm so excited to show everyone the power of this platform. R-Link really is an amazing way to share your story, whether that's your personal story as an influencer or a teacher or an educator, or if you're promoting your products or services, your opportunities, and trying to get those, those success stories and those, personal buildings out into the world. What I'm going to show you today is I'm going to show you just a few of the powerful tools that R-Link has built into the platform for every user to use. And then I'll take you behind the scenes so you can see some of the ways that you can manage and host meetings in R-Link, and so that you can see how we are going to be able to show and share all of those products and features within R-Link. So we've preloaded some tools to this room. And the first thing you're going to see is a fantastic banner right up across the top. So if you want to show, for example, a welcome message, an introductory message, your logo, your information, while you're talking and sharing to your group in R-Link, you can absolutely do that. Another great way to use these banners is to use them as speaker bios. If you look at the bottom of your screen now, you'll be able to see Darren's bio with our great R-Link logo here. And so this is a great way to remind people, if you have multiple speakers on your meeting, who everyone is, what their title is, what their position is, and what they're bringing to the table while they're sharing their story. And if someone can't be there in the room with you, you can pre-record them and upload a video with a special message or promotional ads to your room. So you'll no longer have to, go to YouTube or Vimeo and share your screen and share your sound and maximize the player and keep your fingers crossed that you have good bandwidth. I'm going to show you really quickly an R-Link video that we have already uploaded to the platform.
Do you ever wish you'd played a part in a tech revolution before it got really big? Like Facebook, when it was a Harvard student directory, Amazon, when Jeff Bezos ran it from his garage, or ChatGPT, before it became the fastest adopted software in history. Well, you missed out on those three, but today, you have a chance to get in on a project that's about to change the way the world communicates forever.
Now, I wanted to play the first few seconds of that 5-minute video to you here in this room. So I've paused it, and it's paused for everyone. If I want to keep playing it, but I want to talk over it, I can mute that video and keep playing it, so I can tell my story about my experience with whatever this video is about. So this is, again, a great way to share pre-recorded content, promotional content, videos, and stories without having to bookmark 1,000 videos on YouTube or Vimeo or Twitch or anywhere else that you share from. I'm going to stop that video for everyone and show you a few more ways that you can share promotional materials and information in R-Link. So the first few things that I'm going to show you are some R-Link slides. So these are just PowerPoint presentations that I've uploaded. You can upload them all at once as a PDF and then share those individual slides in your meeting. So if you're used to doing a little more formal PowerPoint demo, you can absolutely do that and preload those materials to your R-Link room into the cloud to share from any device, anytime. In the carpool lane, you can share them at the airport, wherever you have a meeting that you need to lead, those materials will be there for you. And this is, of course, also a great way to share R-Link as well and to help people get their own rooms. So I'm going to go ahead and use some sidebar space to show you about the R-Link plan. And this way you can see, you can see the differences between the plan, and you can even click on actionable links that will open up in a new tab for you on your device. So whether you're promoting R-Link or your own products, your own podcast, your own book, whatever it is that you like to share or that you monetize, you will have the ability to build these pop-ups and banners. And you'll see that I'm going through the different plans right now and flicking through them so that I can talk about them if this were a presentation meeting. And I can tell you what's in the basic plan for $9.95 per month. And then we can move on to the Pro plan. And that Pro plan label and image for $29.95 per month stays on the screen. And if that's the right price, it can be clicked so that people can sign up right there. And then I can move on to the Ultimate plan. And of course, all of the information that we need is there in the sidebar, but I can add more context if this were a meeting where I wanted you to sign up. And if you haven't, do keep in mind that those links are clickable. I can also share actual actionable links in this room. So this is like a screen share on steroids. You're going to be seeing a pop-up web page in your device, in your browser, that you can scroll through and you can click on. So it's interactive. And if you have, this is a buy now website. So of course, if I were popping this up for you, I want you to sign up now. But if you have event registrations or, PDF downloads and white paper registrations that you want to share, you can use this tool to share. All of these registrations and interactions are secure because, of course, we know how important privacy is in the blockchain community. So I cannot see what you are doing in your website right now. It's a private connection between you and the website you're visiting. We have no tracking and no one else can observe your information if you are filling out forms on the website. So do keep in mind that is private and secure when you share a web page in the room. And I'm just going to show you a couple of more neat things that we can do here. So for example, you have the ability to share, and if you look in the bottom of your screen, collections of links. So if you use Linktree, or you're used to posting a lot of links under your bio in Instagram or in X, etc., this is a great way to beautifully, with your own branding colors, present those links in your meeting. In this case, I've got a list of ways that you can contact Farley. You can contact us through the web page that'll open up. You can click on email us and it will open up your native email client on your browser, on your PC, Mac, Android, or Apple. Or you can join the Discord to join that community. And that's just a Discord invite. We also have the ability to do these for products, for your social media. So you can do multiple button bars to highlight whatever it is that you'd like to share. And now I'm going to pull that off the screen and I'm going to take you behind the scenes so you can see under the hood of what this looks like. And you have the ability to share your screen. So that's what I'm going to be doing right. All right. So now you're behind the scenes, you're in my R-Link room, and you're able to see my screen. So we do important for you to know. And the first thing is that you have an amazing amount.
All right, we're going to continue with the video, but I want to just make sure that you actually understood what it was showing here, because you cannot do it on this Zoom, because this was the meeting that I was in the weekend when we had a test here, internal. We could, on that meeting, click on every link. It means that you who are sitting here, if you see a link on the product or you want the contact information and so on and so on, you can click it directly from your phone, your computer, whatever. And I don't see, if I'm having a meeting, I don't see what you're clicking. So that is also a very, very good security for everyone who are in the meetings. I'm going to let the lady here and also Darren continue with the video. But I want to make a sample here. There is sitting some people here. I know some of the people here. I see, if I'm not wrong, that Geir Øystein is visiting Sven and Marit. Sven and Marit, they have a shop which they have run for many, many, many years. Imagine, and that is a physical shop selling hardware for home and kitchen and everything like this. Imagine that they went on their social media, and if they have a page, I don't know if they have a Facebook page or whatever, but if they have, they could go on there, invite their previous customers, their followers to use something that today's offer. The best period, if I'm not wrong, is November, December for them. And if they do, they can just be there for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes every single day, showing a link directly to something which is an offer right there and then. And if they have an online shop, it could be a direct link to the product. They could sit there and choose a couple of products they want to talk about today. Tomorrow, something new. You're building an excitement around your own shop. And people are sitting there, seeing the owners, seeing the staff, seeing the products. They get the link directly, bang, 15-minute offer on something from their shop. It's a fantastic tool for all of the businesses. All right, let's continue so you can see more of the benefits for the users, the participants, and those who are holding the meetings. All right, so I'm going to mute myself again and turn off the camera so you can follow there.
Of control to fully brand this room. This room is, of course, R-Link branded. So I've uploaded my own R-Link wallpaper, but you can use a personal wallpaper to make this room your own. When I go into room settings, I have the ability to set up a welcome message to customize the first thing that someone sees when they click my link. And if I want to control the last thing they see as well, I can customize a web page on exit URL. So this URL, and if you stay for the entire meeting, you'll see this. This URL will open when we end this R-Link event. And so everyone will go to a specific exit URL. And of course, they'll also be taken to a specific URL if they end early using the X button in the top right of the screen. We also have custom toolbar buttons that can be set up so that you have a way to promote in your room. And let me show you where that is. So in the top bar of my screen, and anyone on PC or Mac browser is going to see this, you'll see a custom toolbar button in any meeting, and that can go to whatever you are promoting in your room. By default, we have ours set up for R-Link to sign up. But of course, as I said, it can go to any link, your Discord, your Facebook group, however it is that you want to drive attendance in your room. You have the ability to multi-stream as well. And this is particularly exciting because we know that a lot of people thrive and drive using their live stream. We are already integrated with Facebook and YouTube, so you can add Facebook and YouTube live streams and store those links permanently in your account so that you can go live with the touch of a button. If you're more advanced, you're using things like Instagram and Twitch and X, and wherever it is, Amazon shopping, etc. Wherever it is that you're doing live streams, you also have the ability to stream via RTMP. And this is very easy. I know that the R-Link support team will provide links to different platforms if you reach out to them for instructions on how to live stream. Just remember that for every platform, you have to already be unlocked as a streamer on that platform before you'll be able to stream a live event to that platform using R-Link. And you can stream to up to 5 audiences at once. We are always adding new integrations. Right now, because YouTube and Facebook are fully integrated, you can even pull your comments into the main chat so that you don't have to have multiple monitors and multiple windows open to manage multiple chats. All of your Facebook comments, questions, and feedback and YouTube comments and chat are going to roll right into your R-Link chat to make streaming easier for you. Just one more thing I want to show you about how we manage those meetings. These are the widgets that I showed you previously. So all of my cloud-loaded materials in R-Link are under my widgets tab. And again, this is available when you're logged in on any device on R-Link. And I just click on the folder full of preloaded materials that I want to use, and I can click through them and share them in my room using the click or clicking the next. I can upload materials for my attendees to download. And this is my favorite part. If you're sharing something that has a lot of complicated information, technical information, or that is new to you, like R-Link is, and like blockchain is for some people, you're going to want to use the presenter notes that are already loaded. So now you're going to be able to see my notes. But let's say that somebody's asking me a question about R-Link security, and I'm not really comfortable talking about that myself. Well, the R-Link team has already uploaded some quick prompts and reminders and from the FAQs to use in a meeting. So if somebody asks me about security, I can tell them confidently that R-Link uses 256-bit encryption and a decentralized blockchain network to ensure your data stays yours, protecting it from unauthorized access and breaches. And whatever it is that those prompts are, whether it's an ingredient list for a product that you're promoting, or contact details, or a bio and extensive script for somebody that you're welcoming to your event for the first time, you'll have access to those presenter notes that are cheat sheets behind the scenes that are visible only to your co-presenters and hosts and will not be visible to guests in your own stream. Now, there is one more thing I want to show you before we go, because I think this is going to be the most important thing for you when you start, is that the R-Link team is there to support you. So we know that this is a new platform and a brand new technology for everyone. So if you look at the top of your screen in your toolbar and you run into problems, or you have questions, or if you even have suggestions for us, because this is an actively developed platform that is improving all the time with suggestions from our users. Click on Report Problem, and you're going to see the ability to create an anonymous tech report or to email the team. And that email is going to be updating over the weekend because, as Darren said, we are doing some database changes to support at r-link.com. And you'll be able to open up an email right there in your room and connect with us. Tell us what you're experiencing. Ask us your questions. Tell us what you'd love to see next in the platform. Now, there's so much more that this platform can do, from full featured webinar controls, recordings, registration-based events, downloads, MP4s, and more. But this will give you kind of an overview of all of the great things that you can do with R-Link. I'm going to go ahead and stop my share and pass it back to Darren. Thank you so much.
All right, Miranda. Yes, and if you don't mind, we may have a few questions, but I wanted to just talk for a couple minutes. And Miranda, can we pop up a link for the R-Link site? Do we have that already done? I can post it in the chat if you want to. Is it possible?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right, let's see here. There it is in
Let's
the
see.
chat.
Let me, is that, now I know that's this one. Let me go to,
Yeah. So while you're doing that, I'll talk to everyone. And I know we're going to have a lot of people that are looking at this for the first time. And so for those of you like, hey, I've heard Darren say this quite a few times. I've heard other people say this. That's okay. It's not for you if that's the case. But blockchain growing faster than the internet in 1996, the fastest adopted technology in history. And you're like, why are you talking about this? We're talking about Orlink. I'm going to get to that. Here is a Morgan Stanley report that predicts that blockchain will be the #1 technology to impact economic productivity. Here I have the Business Insider identified 5 technologies that could be worth 220 trillion by 2030. What is one of those technologies? Public blockchains, 48%. Then we have the World Economic Forum. This is an old number, right? The number's much bigger than this. It will disrupt $867 trillion in traditional businesses. I didn't realize that most blockchain projects, until I talked to people that have made several billion in the blockchain space, listen here, most blockchain projects do not have a real product or service. They're talking about what will happen someday in the future. They don't know exactly when. Here you have a product, a service that you're actually seeing right now, right? You can click on that link right on your screen. It's going to take you. Now, the site, we don't have it forwarded to the correct domain yet, but I'm giving you the inside scoop. Like you can go ahead and you can click on that link and it's going to take you to our site and it's going to take you to the NFT page we're going to talk about in just a second. So here you have real world revenue from day one. When we roll this out next week, we're probably going to have, it'll be dozens of countries that will be using Orlink immediately, right? We have people that are on here right now that I can see their names. Some of them have built organizations of 1 million people. Some of them, I know we have one couple, whether they're on here now or they will be a little bit later watching the replay. They built an organization of 3 million people. And a lot of people that have built organizations just as big. We have no doubt that we're not going to take this to hundreds of thousands of millions of people all over the world. Our only thing is like, hey, look, how do we slow it down in the beginning to have this beta group help us test it, help us figure out if there are any little bugs, any little glitches, help you get us, you experience the service through the NFTs, then you get us your suggestions, right? And so here's the way that you do that. And on the website, if you click on the NFT page, okay, if you click on the NFT page, you will see that there's multiple, it will take you to your Connect back office.
Darren,
So
Darren,
yes.
can I interrupt real quick?
Yes.
Can you show your face? Can you, because there's your camera, open up your camera again.
All right, you got
Because
it.
people want to see you.
Well, it's on. Can you see me now?
We can't see you. So that's another problem. A lot of people are seeing, can't change their view. So
Gallery, and you type the gallery. Okay, now can you see
there,
me?
now I can see you now. Okay. Sorry to
Okay.
interrupt, but I just wanted to make sure everybody could see you.
All right. Now that people can see me, they're like, man, I wish you would take Darren off the screen. Like his face is too close. So anyway, and then there's a skylight in my office. So that's why my head looks like a shiny tomato, because I also turned off the AC so the noise wouldn't be that much. So anyway, if you have to put sunglasses on, it's okay. We'll all look cool together, right? So the NFTs, the way that you'll see there's 4 different NFTs. Make sure you check out the FAQs. And Kim Garst that was just speaking, you can thank
Right? I'm gonna let him continue after, okay? I know there is a lot here now. I was on the first meeting. I was thrilled. This was in the middle of the night, but I was there. I wanted to be there. I want to be there from the beginning. I'm sitting here even now and have goosebumps because I know that this is going to really blow up really, really big. How quick? I don't know. But what they are showing you now on this, you cannot click the links here. So I have them right in front of me. You can still not click on them, but I will show you, even though it's not public, I will show you the backside of this and the information. So what Darren is going to talk about now, because there's a two-part here. You can always buy the subscription for having the R-Link, which you saw the prices on. You will see it here after also. But then you're coming to the part which he's starting talking about now, and that is to get paid for it by having the NFTs through the blockchain. All right. But before he talks about that part, I want to show you the page and the different links there on the page, because you cannot click it anyway. I want to show you everything here. So we have it. Just a moment. Let me go on the correct page. You see? And I have to find it. Later, I don't have to. I don't have to. I'm looking forward to that. All right. So this is the test page. You see it in front of you now. Sites, that's not the real page, which will be, that will be rlink.com. Okay. So I have this link here now, and I can look at things which is, not everything is functional here yet. You can sign up, you can read about everything here. Why choose the R-Link and so on. Digital rewards, which Darren is coming back to. I am super thrilled about this part also, because finally, not only are you able to sell and give information about whatever you are doing, you also get rewarded by having the Zoom, not the Zoom, the R-Links. You see, me and Zoom, we are almost married. So I'm going in a divorce soon. I have to. I am super thrilled about this. So there's a lot of information on the page here already, which is put up. Here you see, I'm going to show you another part here, the prices. I'm going to show you what is inside of the different parts here also. So this is, let me see if I find it here. Here, like if I was now on R-Link, you could even interact. It means you could click on what I am showing you. Now you cannot. You only see it. And you have to take a photo, or you have to write down or ask for the link and so on and so on. So let's take a look here. This is just the basic, I call it the basic. This is for those who are just going to use it as a user, not having the benefits of getting paid by using it, okay? So if I look at the top one, $49.95 a month, that is cheaper, way much cheaper than having the webinars on Zoom. I have meetings on Zoom, which is a cheaper plan, but I am even paying more than the double. But with R-Link, I get so much more on top of it. You can start with $9.95 and so on. Here, look at this. Up to 3,000 participants on a meeting. How often do you have that? Not too often, but you might turn over 1,000. You might turn over 2,000 and so on. There is so much here that is included inside of this. Another part here, R-Link, who we are. You can read about it here on the page. It's a clean, clear pages. And here you have Darren Kidd again. I have known him for many, many years. We have worked in other companies together, not on the same team and so on. He has always been a very good person, very dedicated. And in the last years, not a couple of years, many years, he has been a coach, a teacher, for learning everything about how to build teams and so on and so on. Tony Swantek, which is on the right side here now, he is also here with our link and the nodes that we are going to take a look at after. He is running 3 companies with more than $1 billion, thousands of employees. And this is what they are talking about now. How many people do you think he is going to bring on? Thousands. Thousands of people. How many people do you think Darren Kidd alone is going to bring on? Thousands. This is going to be very, very big. So let me go back to the first page here, see if there is more. You find a lot of great information. I'm going to show you, before I let Darren show and talk about the benefits of having the NFTs if you're inside the company of Connect, because then you are getting rewarded by having the meetings if you have the NFTs there. So what they will show you, I think they are showing it. If not, I can show you here. If I click on sign up here now, let's see where we're coming. Secure your R-Link NFT, okay? So when people are clicking on this, so if you are on then Connect and have the NFTs, they will be directly linked to Connect on your account to get the NFTs. And the NFTs, you find them inside of Connect here. I'm going to log in again. Just going to show you. I think he's showing it here after also. There's a lot of other things here. We're not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about this. I want to explain it in case you don't catch it when he is talking about it, okay? The first is a node. We're not going to talk about the nodes here now. I think he will do the Boost NFT. You don't buy this unless you have the node, okay? So if you're only looking for the NFTs, which gives you a benefit of being a part of Connect, so you're getting rewarded by having the meetings, then you're looking at the 3 last ones, the basic, the pro, and the ultimate. When this came up, I was directly straight away inside and I bought the ultimate. Why? Because I am paying $1,000 a year for having an NFT, which gives me payment for having the meetings. Plus, I am paying less than I'm doing on Zoom today. I'm paying much more than 1,000 a year on Zoom. And then I have a better product, which is on the blockchain on top of it. So it's brilliant how they have put up here. This is, ladies and gentlemen, real world assets on the blockchain. Real business combined with blockchain, where you get rewarded in digital value. I love the combination, and it's going to come much more of this in the coming weeks, months, years, which is in front of us. This is a huge shift in the market. So let me stop this now, or I just find a new share and then I'll let Darren talk more about this after, okay? I don't think I have more here. I showed you all the links. Okay, cool. Let me find the video again and let him speak. And I can be quiet again, all right?
Her for her and her team, and Rhonda Moore that's on here for putting together that amazing website, the branding, the images, the messaging that is off the charts, all the FAQs. Like, it has been an enormous amount of work put into that platform, just the site already. 98% of your questions should be answered in the FAQs. But there's several NFTs. Okay, you could click on the link at the bottom of the screen right now. You see how quick they did that and how powerful this is. Like, you can turn your video conferencing into profits. You can turn them into a sales machine. So you'll see one of them is a Boost NFT. A Boost NFT. If you do not have the R-Link node on the Rally blockchain, you don't need a Boost node NFT because you have nothing to boost. Now, should you purchase the R-Link node, that's completely up to you. But how it go, knowing what you know now about Zoom, that they have 300 million active users every single day on their platform, that's just Zoom alone. And that doesn't count like Microsoft Teams, GoToWebinar, none of it. Or video conferencing, is it speeding up or is it slowing down? It's speeding up. We know after the shutdowns that we're never going back to the way it was before. So knowing what you know now about Zoom, if you have the opportunity to demo Zoom just like this, and you could actually be a part owner of that, because I don't own this platform, right? When you're decentralized, and we're not fully decentralized in the beginning, right? The more we grow and the more nodes we have, eventually the goal will be fully decentralized on the blockchain. We are on the blockchain. But if you have one node, you have one vote, right? So it's our project. It's not my project. So if you had the opportunity to go back and you could have been a part of Zoom from the very start, would you do it knowing what you know now? But hindsight is 2020. So this project launches at the end of this month. The goal for distribution for the nodes is after August 26th. Now, again, all the blockchain, the technology, the software, the developers, there could always be a couple glitches, but that is the goal the week of the 26th. So you can be involved in the program before distribution ever starts from day one. For the guests that are on, and again, I'm trying to get to as much as I can on the NFTs without going too deep, but the way the nodes work, there's 100,000 nodes in each project. Every 100 nodes, it goes up $100. So there's a project that started several years ago that some of you were a part of. Well, that project right now, the nodes, if you go to buy it, it's $178,000 the last time we checked. Right now, we cap our nodes at $25,000. However, once they're sold out, and in the next few months, they'll actually be an NFT. It's what the market demand, what dictate what they're worth. We don't, because somebody, if they can't get any more, it's what are they willing to pay? The way the tokenomics work is there's 50 billion rewards in each project. Half of those rewards are distributed the first 12 months, they're released. So 25 billion the first 12 months. Half of that, 12.5 billion the next 12 months, and then half the next year and half the next year. So if you want to be a part of the R-Link project to get the most rewards, and the node will never be cheaper than it is today, right? Matter of fact, I have a feeling it's getting ready to go up. It's $3,700, but we're selling a lot of nodes extremely fast. Then you want to decide, do I want to get in sooner than later and be a part before distribution ever starts day one? So if you have an R-Link node or multiple nodes, and you have a Boost node, and again, this is in the FAQs, it's in your back office of Connect. There's a description. It's in the FAQs. People, I know you're excited, but go back and look at those FAQs before you go to your leadership asking questions, because the majority of them are right there in writing. But if you buy a Boost node, which right now is $550, a Boost NFT, let's just say there's no guarantee, but let's say give or take, maybe it's 3,000 rewards a day. I'm looking at my Revo nodes, and it's right around 3,200 rewards a day. They launch May 29th. So I'm guessing because of what we sold, we're probably going to be around 3,000. Don't hold me to that. Could be less, could be a little bit more. I don't know the exact number. But just for an example, let's say it's 3,000 a day, and you have a Boost NFT for $550. Then that doubles your rewards every day for 6 months, and it's non-renewable. We can't keep doing that. So that would be an extra 3,000 rewards a day for the next 6 months. That's over 500,000, over 500,000 additional rewards for the next 6 months. You will need a Boost NFT for every single node that you own. Okay, so that's the Boost NFT. Then you will see the NFTs for the service like you're seeing right now. And this is where people are really excited. The only way you can get the service, the R-Link service, the subscription, is through one of the NFTs. So in your Connect back office, and again, if you don't have a Connect back office, you get with the person that invited you. They will give you their referral link and you can sign up for a free account. When you click on shop, you will scroll down to the R-Link brand and you will see there's a basic, a pro, and an ultimate. You will see the differences in those packages. One includes the $9.95 for the whole year. One includes the $29.95 a month for the entire year. And then one of them includes the $49.95 a month. You're seeing it on the screen right now for the entire year. Plus, this is huge. When I joined and I purchased WinNodes and I looked at the action points and I was listening to what people were saying, but people were really talking about action points. And I'm like, well, if I want to rank and rank higher in the Win blockchain, then I'm going to look at those action points and I'm going to do what they tell me. And I'm going to teach the team to do the exact same thing. Because when you get in the top 5,000, and we'll be programming this into our blockchain over the next several months, the Win point system, it will be pretty much the exact same thing. But what happened, I got in the top 5,000, then I got in the top 500, then I got in the top 50. And every time I hit that next category, I earned more rewards. So I remember when I went from the top 500 to the top 50, it doubled my amount of rewards. So the NFTs, the basic, the pro, and the ultimate, it says this in the description. It will double your action points for an entire year, and it's renewable. That's massive, right? So that's the difference in the basic, the pro, and the ultimate. So what I would encourage everybody to do is go in your back office. And again, if you want to purchase a node, you can purchase a node. The credit card limit is back to where it was before. If you want to purchase NFTs, the boost, how many nodes do you want to boost? And then if you want the subscription, because the first 5,000 people, you're the only ones that are going to have access to the R-Link service like you're seeing right now, because you're the beta testers. You're the ones that are going to help us get out all the bugs, give us suggestions, enhancements, all of that great stuff. But here's what I love. It's our project. Like, you're just as much an owner as I am. The only difference is how many nodes do each of us own? And then we can mold this project exactly how we want to mold it, because the power backs the people, the community. You all are the ones that make the decisions, right? We all vote on those decisions. So with that said, let's see, Kim, is there anything that I'm missing that you think I should cover before we see if there's any questions for Miranda?
Well, I've been going through and typing as fast as I can to get as many answers as I know, but there are some really great questions. And one of the things that I want everyone to know is one, please be patient with us as we, one, get all your questions answered. Thank you for your grace on that. And two, all the suggestions that you have been amazing. So keep those coming, because we are going to continue to evolve this platform. So you just know that that's going to continue to happen. So thank you again for all those. And we will take everything that's been said today. If there wasn't an answer to your question, like we did get to you in time, because there's been a ton of them and I've been typing fast. We'll try to make sure that we take all of those questions, streamline them, and get those into an FAQ document so that people can get answers to their questions as quickly as we possibly can. This is a beta. That's one of the problems, or one of the, no, it's not a problem. This is actually a good thing. But but on the flip side of it is that we have to make sure that, all the hiccups that we're experiencing, several of you said you had some audio problems, etc. We're going to be ironing all those out. And that's one of the reasons that you can only get access to it for an NFT. But you need your NFT, guys, because I'm telling you, for those of us that are marketing in our businesses, whether it's just R-Link or the Connect projects as a whole, or we own our own business, or we just want to meet and know that our conversations are our own, this platform is incredible.
Absolutely. Yes. And so again, we appreciate your patience as we're going through all of this, because this is what being a pioneer is all about. You know, if we were actually starting, like right now, we could jump into, I remember my grandparents were part of Aflac insurance here in the States, and it was cancer insurance and disability and, you know, all of those things. And they made a great living. But the guy that brought it to Virginia when it was a mess, right? It was absolute people like, why would I ever buy cancer insurance? I may never have cancer. I may never be disabled. You know, the customer service was terrible. The claim forms were a nightmare. He made a fortune because he was a pioneer, because we get paid based on the size of the problems that we can solve. So as we're going through this, at first, yes, the only way you can access the service is by having an NFT. If you refer it to someone, they're going to have to go through your Connect back office, and they're going to have to purchase an NFT. Once we go through the 5,000 NFTs, once we make sure that everything is ready to go, okay, then we will unveil it to the world. And again, we're not concerned about going out and putting a bunch of people on the platform. We know we can do that. We just want to slow down to go fast temporarily. We want people's experience to be the best it possibly can when we roll it out. And that's exactly why we're doing this. But what you saw today is just a fraction of what this platform will actually do. Miranda did a phenomenal job. When she showed me, I'm like, I can't do that great a job. And so she was gracious enough to jump on here. If you click on the new R-Link video up top, you can see the button at the top of your screen. That's going to take you to the 5-minute R-Link video. So afterwards, if you're a guest, watch that 5-minute video, get back to the person that invited you. They can help you purchase your node. They can help you activate that online. If you want to get the service, you can purchase one of those. Again, the Boost NFT, it explains it in your back office and the FAQs, is if you have an R-Link node. The subscription NFTs, it tells you the difference in each one of those, and it doubles your action points for a year. So all of that is on the site. It's in the FAQs. It's in your back of your Connect office. But I can just tell you, as I close out, I've never been excited about something like I am this in my entire life. I believe that everything I've done my entire life has led me to this point. I've always seen other people have these opportunities, and they had many, many millions to invest in these projects. And I was always like, man, I wish I would have been there at the right time. So Tony, which a lot of you know, a community member who put $53 million into nodes, he said what changed his life. And he's built 3 companies that have done over $1 billion in revenue in the last 3 years. He said, this is what changed his life. A mentor told him, he said, Tony, you have to be in the right place, the right time. You have to recognize you're in the right place, the right time. Like, how many of us have been in the right place, the right time before, but didn't recognize it? But then you have to take action. Knowledge is not power, no matter what we've been taught. Knowledge is potential power. There's a lot of broke know-it-alls. They know a lot, but they never do anything. We have to take immediate action. And so with this project, again, when I was talking to another community member that helped launch one of the previous blockchain projects that went out and at one point was trading $1 to $3 billion a day, more than Tesla, right? And they decentralized gaming. And he's like, Darren, do you realize that in 4 months, R-Link has done more revenue than that blockchain project did in the first 4 years? I'm like, that's crazy. Their tokens, their rewards went up to 87 cents a reward at the peak. Now, there's no guarantee. Like with my friends, I'm like, hey, look, it could be high risk with a potential no reward. But the great thing is all of us can move the needle. So if you have an R-Link node and we're generating these rewards every day, first are worth nothing, but then we go out and put hundreds of thousands and millions of people on this platform, and we continue to make it better every single day, every single week, every single month, right? We continue to add value. We continue to say, how can we impact the world with this platform? And here's why I believe, even though our Connect community has 14, 15 different projects, they're all basically different companies, right? So, but we're all under that Connect, that sales platform, Connect, the sales marketing platform markets those projects. Here's why we believe this will be one of the most viral projects in blockchain history. We believe it could be the fastest blockchain project ever. And that says something when you know the blockchain is growing faster than the internet in 1996. There was a time people go, who owns the internet? It's just for criminals. No one owns the internet. It's a highway for information. How do we get on this magical highway? You get a CD from AOL, right? And we got on the internet. Well, this is a highway for value. And so here we are with a project that could be one of the most viral projects in the history of blockchain, because video conferencing is easy to understand, it's easy to share, it's easy to promote. And when you have a platform like this going, hey, listen, Zoom, there's no loyalty. Microsoft Teams, there's no loyalty. Whatever link we get sent to us, we jump on. But now you're going to have a platform that rewards you for doing meetings. So as we launch this project, we're going to put out votes. You're going to vote on the action points. So when you get people, imagine having 50 people on this platform right now, and you put up your ORLink link on the screen, on the banner, and all 50 people become paid subscribers with the ORLink platform. And again, once we get through the NFTs, once we vote on the action points, and you're earning tokens, you're earning crypto for doing a meeting, are you ever going to let anyone send you a link again? No, you're creating loyalty. You're getting rewarded for what we want repeated. When I get gas at the gas pump, I don't use my debit card. I use my American Airlines card. I don't want to miss those rewards. When I just got a smoothie, I made sure that I use my number for my reward. So everything is going to be in a token. Everything is going to the reward system. And here we have, not only do you have a video conferencing platform on the blockchain, okay, that's decentralized, and it will be fully decentralized, but you're going to be able to earn rewards doing meetings and referring other people to do the same thing. So you can see how this is going to be a massive door opener. And I love the example. I'll close with this. Tony talks about the mall. Okay. You don't take somebody to the mall and make them look at every store. But if you go, hey, we're going to Neiman Marcus, that's ORLink. And we're gonna get into, you're gonna expose them. They're gonna go, wow, this is pretty powerful. Like, this is a marketer's dream. Kim Garst is very humble, right? Kim Garst has built seven-figure online businesses. She was in Forbes, one of the top 20 social media experts in Forbes magazine. The one you just heard speaking, she's more jacked about this than anything she's ever seen in her life. She's like, this is a marketer's dream. No other platform has what we have already, right? And so when you take them in an Neiman Marcus and they go, man, I'm hungry. Well, let's take you to the food court. Let's show you Grow, our blockchain product, right? Our agricultural blockchain project, right? And let's show you Switch, our banking, and let's show you Give, and all of these things. So I believe this is going to be a massive door opener for the entire community. And all of us are here today. So this is why I encourage you, take a snapshot, write the date down, August 15th. I did this when I started a sales organization several years back. A couple of you were a part of it. We were in the Richmond, Virginia. There was like 5 or 10 people in the room. And I said, take a picture. I go, I'm going to take a picture of you, because after today, I believe that you will never be able to say that I wish I was in the right place, the right time ever again. And guess what? We're so used to being hyped, you're probably not even going to believe it. But I'm going to have a picture so you can't say that I didn't tell you. And I go, we're going to go fill the convention center. Fast forward several years later, over 4,500 people in the Richmond Convention Center, and somebody took a before and after picture. See, vision is seen before the masses see it. That's why they asked Helen Keller, what's worse than being blind? Having sight with no vision. Or the late Dr. Miles Monroe said, sight is a function of the eyes. Vision is a function of the heart. The late great Bob Proctor said, if you can't see it in your head, you can't hold it in your hand. And so we have a powerful group of people, all of you, that we're together. We're not competing with one another. We're completing one another. We're locking arms. We're going out together. We're going to make a difference. We're going to put millions of people on this platform. We're going to use the platform to make a difference in people's lives. We're going to introduce them, once they're on the platform, to the other projects so they can participate in all these amazing projects. And you are here before we even launch, before distribution starts day one, before anyone in the world can get this service. You are here, or you're watching this on replay. This, I believe, will never happen again. Then you look at the timing, and I promise this is, I will close out. And you look, here we are. When I started researching blockchain, and I'm like, wow, fastest growing technology in history. The Bitcoin halving is happening just happened. So if you look at the past, it doesn't mean it's going to happen in the future, but it's happened every other time. The next 12 to 24 months, every time there's been a Bitcoin halving in the past, what happens? A 12 to 24 month bull run. Then you have the Bitcoin ETFs. Then you've got some of the biggest financial institutions in the world. Now Bitcoin is actually the currency for several countries. We're here in the US, the first presidential pro-crypto race ever. And you've heard me say it a million times. The German philosopher said opportunities go through three phases: ridiculed, violently opposed, then self-evident. But only 3% get involved in the first two most profitable phases, which is the ridiculed and the violently opposed. So if you look at cell phones, if you look at Uber, if you look at Airbnb, no one thought they would work, right? But Vision has seen it before everybody else does. So all of a sudden, we're seeing that ridiculed, violently opposed to self-evident. What did Kennedy say at the Bitcoin conference, who's running for president here in the US? If I win, we will take and not only push crypto, we will put the budget of the United States on the blockchain. Go Google all the quotes that Trump said about crypto and blockchain and Bitcoin. Go look at the Democratic Party. They now have a whole pro-crypto campaign they're rolling out because they realize there's more people that own crypto in the US alone than dog owners. So we're seeing that shift. Our grandkids will say, Grandma, Grandpa, you actually used paper for money? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. And you can just keep printing it, right? So we know where we're headed. And here we are having one of the first video conferencing platforms on the blockchain. You get rewarded for doing meetings. It's decentralized. We hadn't started distribution, and you're here. This is exciting. So get back to the person that invited you. If you're not a part of the community, we love to have you. Maybe you're part of the community and you just decided to step up your game now that you see that we actually have a real service that has real value and we have a project that has real world revenue. We actually have it right now. So thanks so much. Have a blessed rest of your day. Get back with the person that invited you. If you click on the R-Link video up top, you can see the 5-minute video that we rolled out not too long ago. So thank you.
All right. I hope that you had a very, very good information here now. A long meeting, 1 hour and 40 minutes. And we was not supposed to have this meeting. We was going to wait, but I can't wait. I want to share. I love sharing things. There is also people who are sitting here who are already inside of Connect and so on and so on. So if you are a guest here or if someone is watching the replay, do as also Darren is saying, go back to the person who invited you to the meeting or showed you the replay of this and get connected with this because this is going to be very big. All right. Then I hope that you have enough information. I will put it out as soon as I have downloaded the video here and people can watch it whenever they want to. I use my time wisely, even though this is a long meeting, but this is about my business and I choose to stay here like you have done. And I'm very happy for that because you have got a very good information here today and an insight which they are not sharing yet. They're sharing only the video there, but I wanted to break down things and show you. So with that said, I wish you all a fantastic evening and I see you very soon again. All right. So I'm going to have more meetings about this. Maybe we just have some Zooms there. We are discussing things. Bring on your guests on the meetings. That is the first thing we have to do. That is your benefit of everything. So I am looking forward. I have the NFTs. I'm looking forward to have the link so I can have the first meeting with you, with R-Link, where you can interact with everything that we are doing on the meetings. All right. Then I wish you all a fantastic evening and I see you soon again. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.